Yeah, Duhop here, and you're on the Duhop dash cam, yeah. And bugging me, it's Duhop, and you know me, Buddy Carter. We're headed out here in the Aracde Party Truck, ready to go work another party. But Duhop really wanted to share and recant this story of what happened to Duhop yesterday on the Aracde Party Truck.
Story time with Duhop.
This is what Duhop is going to be called, the tale of the solid steel Dump-A-Roo. Carter, you're not gonna fucking believe this. So, Duhop was working on the Aracde Party Truck yesterday with the owner, Shawn Bock. If you don't remember Shawn Bock, there's a link in the description so you can see who that bugger is when we worked with him on the Aracde Party Truck. Anyway, so Duhop is working with Shawn Bock on the Aracde Party Truck yesterday. Even before we left for the party, Duhop was complaining to Shawn. I said, Carter, I gotta take a Dump-A-Roo so bad. He's like, well, why didn't you fucking do it before? And I was like, I don't know. There was no time to be had. We were already running late, so we had to head off to the party. So we got to the party, we set up the party, and here we go, ready to get all the kids on the truck to have an Aracde Party Truck video games. And Duhop still's got a shit like a fucking badger. I mean, it's beating at the back door like you ain't can't believe. We get all the kids on the truck, and everybody's partying, they're playing the Super Smash Brothers. So I says to Shawn, I'm like, I've got a shit so bad, it's uncomfortable right now on how bad me gonna take this big old Dump-A-Roo. Right? He goes, well, just go inside the house and take a shit. I says, I don't want to take a shit inside this lady's house. She got a big old nice house, and here comes Duhop to take a big old fucking Dump-A-Roo in your fucking house. I mean, really, would you want the Duhop to take a shit in your house? I wouldn't want to shit in my own house sometimes. When the chips are on the table and you gotta go, bugger me, it happens. So we finally build up the courage to go inside, knock on the door, and ask this poor lady to use her toilet, right? So I says to Shawn, I'll be right back. So he says, all right, I gotta do this real quick because otherwise she's gonna know that I'm in her bathroom blowing it up, Dump-A-Roo style. I knock on the door, says, excuse me, can I please use your toilet? It's the only thing the Aracde Party Truck doesn't come equipped with. She's like, yeah, don't worry about it, come on inside, right? So, we went in the bathroom, we locked the door, we sit down, and we start to try to poo. About 6 minutes later, nothing's happening. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, this fucking thing would not come out of my asshole for nothing. I can feel it trying to come out, and it won't come out. So now, I feel like I'm gonna pop a blood vessel in my eye because me pushing so hard. It's about 10 minutes later, and we finally got this thing halfway hanging out my asshole. I can feel it's stretching me corn knot like that. It was the fucking size of a zucchini. I'm telling you, it was terrible. After all that pushing and all that straining, Duhop finally pushed this solid steel turd out my asshole. So, past experiences has told Duhop to not put a whole bunch of toilet paper on top of a huge Dump-A-Roo because it won't flush. So Duhop flushes the toilet, right? I look down between me wing wang.
It's clogged.
No! The fucking all the water goes down and the turd is just sitting there. The fucking thing won't flush down the thing. I says, what's wrong with this goddamn shit? It won't go. So I flush the toilet again. It just sits there. It's looking at me and it's like, this turd won't go anywhere. It's just sitting there. I flush the toilet again. It's not going anywhere.
So what did you do, Duhop?
So I says, all right, we got a plan. It's obviously rock solid because it took forever to squeeze out my asshole. Maybe if me just wrap me finger, I swear to God, true story. Maybe just wrap me finger in toilet paper and poke it. It'll break it in half and it'll flush. So I wrap up my finger, I reach down between me wing wang, and I poke the turd. This thing said, It didn't even budge. I was like, oh my God, as soon as we felt the consistency, we knew we was in more trouble than me was already in. So I was like, now what do we do? I'm looking around the bathroom. I'm like, where is the toilet plunger? There's got to be a plunger in this fucking bathroom. No plunger. I'm like, Duhop is fucked because me can't even flush this fucking turd and me gotta wipe me ass yet. So I was like, all right, plan B. Now I'm probably gonna have to break it in half. I'm like, what do I break it with? Well, me wrap my fingers in toilet paper again to try to pinch it with me fingers. Well, I fucking almost vomited because as soon as I tried to pinch it, the thing went, It just didn't move at all. I'm like, there's nothing we can do besides go out there and tell this poor lady that I stuck a solid steel fucking turd in her toilet that wouldn't fucking flush. So I cleaned me bum. I try to flush the toilet again, nothing. As I'm washing my hands, literally 20 minutes later in this lady's bathroom, the bitch knocks on the door. I open the door, I'm like, listen, I got a bit of a problem. She goes, what is the matter? I says, I can't flush the toilet, it won't go down. She goes, did you clog it? I says, well, I tried originally before I even put the paper in it, and it just wouldn't go down. And she's like, I'll just have me husband fix it when he gets home. I'm like, I'm sure he's not going to want to do that. So can I fix it? She goes, I'll escort you out. Thinking to myself, I'll escort you out? I'm not a fucking criminal. All I did was take a shit. That's something you say to a criminal or somebody who just got fired on the job. I'll escort you out the building. So now Duhop is like hanging me head in shame because all I did was take a solid steel Dump-A-Roo that won't go down the drain. All right, she leaves and she walks me out the door. Shuts the door behind me, right? So I go back on the Aracde Party Truck and I says to Shawn Bock, I says, well, I think we got a problem. He goes, well, what happened? And I told him what I just told you. And he's laughing at me, right? So about 3 or 4 minutes with me telling him this story real quick, she comes on the truck and she says to Duhop, she goes, can I talk to you for a sec? I says, yeah. She goes, what did you try to flush down my toilet? I says, what do you mean? I said, I tried to flush me Dump-A-Roo. She goes, you didn't try to flush any foreign objects down my toilet? I go, foreign objects? What do we? She goes, well, you have to understand, I don't know you at all. You come in my house for my son's birthday party, right? And you go in my bathroom and you're in there for 20 minutes and now the toilet won't flush. I says, all me tried to flush down your toilet was what came out of me body. I'm sorry it's rock solid and it won't break in half and go up the tube. Right? She goes, you tried to flush nothing? I says, nothing but me shit. That's it, lady. So now, Duhop, I told her, I says, I completely apologize. This is completely unprofessional. I've never tried to take a Dump-A-Roo in anybody's house. Unfortunately, me wasn't feeling well. Me had to go. And, well, as the chips fell, it was your house that I took a Dump-A-Roo in, and now the toilet won't go. She turns around and she leaves. I don't think she believed Duhop at all. About a half an hour later, the husband comes home. And he comes in the Aracde Party Truck. And he goes, so me was talking to me wife, and she told how you went in the bathroom. I said, I tried to fix it. She won't let me. She told me to get out the house. And look, fortunately enough for Duhop, he actually had a little bit of a sense of humor. And he started laughing about it. He goes, well, listen, I put the plunger in the bathroom. Could you go in there and fix it? I said, happily. I really want to get this mess behind us because Duhop is so embarrassed. And me shouldn't feel embarrassed. All me had to do was take a shit. So me went inside the bathroom. He had the plunger there, thank God, right? So me took the plunger, and when me actually started hitting the turd with the plunger, oh my God, it was like smashing up. I was like trying to make mashed potatoes with it because the fucking thing wouldn't even break up with me beating it with the plastic plunger. Finally, this fucking thing mashed up to the point where it went right down the drain. I've never had an experience like that in my life. Ever, and I never want that experience again. That was fucking awful. And I'll tell you one thing, I ain't never gonna touch a turd again because that was terrible. But what was Duhop gonna do? We've learned 2 lessons here. Number 1, don't let Duhop take a Dump-A-Roo in your house. Number 2, if you do, keep a goddamn fucking plunger next to your toilet at all times for just this reason. But on the brighter side, Carter, she did give Duhop a $25 tip. So, all in all, Duhop got paid $25 to clog her toilet. Yeah!
No better job than that.
No better job than sitting around playing video games and getting paid to clog your toilet. So Shawn Bock says to me, Duhop, 5 years me's owned this company, and 2,000 parties later, it's the first time he ever thought me was gonna get a plumbing bill from somebody who booked the party. I'm like, what did you want from Duhop? All me did was take a Dump-A-Roo. I'm not a criminal, I didn't do anything wrong. All me did was did what the Lord has made us do, is take a shit.
You have to take a Dump-A-Roo, you have to take a Dump-A-Roo.
Case in point. Well, so that's my story of the solid steel Dump-A-Roo. You know, it's like me walked out that bathroom door and me was like, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Thanks for listening to Duhop's Dump-A-Roo story. Me hope me didn't make you puke your lunch. Yeah, we see you next time.
Duhop here. And if you like me videos, what me want you to do is click a like button and maybe leave a little comment. But definitely right under my face, do you see it? It's a little button called subscribe. We want you to click it. And then you can always see videos of Duhop and me dog Roscoe. Is that right, Roscoe? Give Daddy a kiss. Oh, there he is. He's such a good boy. Ah!